Welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. We are taking more chart requests today from the Discord channel. We left off right here on Monday or Tuesday, right here at Quant and Solana. So we're going to be hitting those. We're going to be going through all of these today. Not going to probably get through all of them. I got a meeting I got to be at, but we will knock out as many as possible. If you guys have chart requests, feel free to drop them right over here inside of the Discord. I'll take some from the chat if your guys' name is green. But let's go ahead and dive into the trading rules first, as we always do here. Guys, if you are new to this channel, we are swing traders. We are not day traders here on this channel. Okay, our typical time frame for entries on our trades is anywhere from 1 to 6 months. We focus on a monthly and a daily chart. Again, we're not day traders. We're not buying and selling the same day. We're not buying and selling the next day. We are 1 to 6 months out on all investments, okay? We enter and exit positions using our trading indicator. The green dot means buy, and the red dot means sell. You guys hear me talking about the red and green dots. Those are going to be these signals down here on the bottom. You can see down here, I'm just looking at Chainlink here. You can see these green dots were the buy signals here on Chainlink back here in 2022. That was at $6. It went all the way up to 23 there off of that trade. I mean, that right there was around a 300% move. You had this one back in November. It went from 10 all the way up to 30. That was a 200% move. So right now with Chainlink, I'm sure this one will get called in the request here today, but simply put, we're looking for the green dot to enter on this one. I think it's coming here any day now. Any day Chainlink should have that green monthly dot, and we should see that impulsive move higher. But like I said, green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. So for those of you that are new, again, we are focused on a monthly and a daily chart. Okay, so these trades, if you're trading a monthly chart, you have to wait months for the trade to play out. But the longer you can wait on these trades, the better, because right, we're not getting 1 to 2% every day. We'd rather hold for 1 to 6 months and make that 300%, right? That was a 315% trade on Chainlink back here in 2023. This one was right here in November of 2024. And again, $10 up to 30 was a great move. This works with stocks and cryptocurrencies. Okay, you can see Bitcoin again. Bitcoin called the bottom back here in 2015, called the bottom right here in 2019. $4,000 Bitcoin. We called this one out right here in 2023 at 17,000, and you're sitting at up. That's a 10x trade so far. If you guys held from this dot all the way to the top, I know there are some people in the Discord that bought that dot and they're still holding their Bitcoin. They have 10x. They made 1,000% on their investment. But you could see Bitcoin also had one here in October at 25, right here in November at 70, and right here in May a couple months ago at 93. So the first thing we look for with our strategy, guys, is that monthly dot. Okay, that is our signal to act. That is our signal that we want to take action. Okay, because the green dot simply means up and the red dot simply means down. Like, simply put, as long as the dot is green on the monthly, the direction is in our favor. With our strategy, we want to make sure we're trading with the monthly trend. Okay, this is what the big whales trade, right? People like Warren Buffett, he's not sitting at his computer for 8 to 10 hours a day trying to day trade with 100x leverage like a lot of these people online. Okay, he is buying and holding. Okay, so with our strategy, again, we're more focused on the monthly. So that's the first thing we look for. Okay, the asset must have a green dot on the monthly chart in order for us to take a position. Yes, you can anticipate the monthly dot if you want by using like a weekly signal, which we'll get into. But the number one thing we're looking for is that green dot on the monthly. Okay, we called Ethereum's green dot out back here in June. It was at anywhere from 2,400 to 2,500. We were buying this whole entire time on Ethereum. And now look, everyone's excited to buy Ethereum now that we've absolutely blasted off. I actually closed my Ethereum ETF position today. I was playing the options and I was up like 250%. So I had to close those out. But you can see, okay, 43% this month on Ethereum. Beautiful, beautiful move. And that's probably going to come up here into our red zone, which I'll talk about here in just a second. But we're getting close to that $4,000 level back on Ethereum. But this has been a huge move. Again, we were buying throughout this whole entire time simply because the monthly dot was green. So as soon as we get the monthly dot in rule number 4, we're then looking to the daily. okay? Because again, we're focused on the monthly and the daily here, okay? And we use a few different other signals, but the monthly and the daily, okay? So after we get the monthly signal, like I just said, let's use Ethereum as an example. We got the monthly signal here on Ethereum, okay? Then what we want to do, rule number 5, is we want to zoom into the daily, okay? And we want to buy the day of the daily dot, okay? As long as the monthly is green. So as long as the monthly is green, we know that the monthly direction is in our favor. We're trending up. We then want to zoom to the daily, and we want to be buying these daily green dots, okay? Daily green dots, adding. Okay, you could have even bought Ethereum today. I don't want to buy Ethereum because it's getting close to the red zone. Again, we were loading up during this time. I actually took profits on my position I had on Ethereum's ETF just because the options were up 250%. I had to cash out. Yes, it could run a little bit more, but we're not always trying to time the top. If you're up 250, 300% on a trade, it's okay to take some off the table. Okay, so again, that buying strategy is monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. We also use the 4-hour dots as well. Okay, the 4-hour dots are also very accurate. They work very well with this strategy. We call all those out in our Discord over here. So you got the monthly alerts here. You had one from INJ, by the way, go off today. That's another cryptocurrency that looks really, really good. We also call out the weeklies, the dailies, and the 4-hour. So again, as long as the monthly dot is green, we're looking for the daily or the 4-hour dot to enter. Okay, so that is our buying strategy, and that's laid out right over here for you guys. Trading takes tremendous amounts of discipline. You need to have a plan if you guys are going to do this. Otherwise, you'll get emotional and you'll panic sell or something when you're not supposed to. Okay, simply put, monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. Same thing with the 4-hour dot. We can trade both 2 charts. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, but our general beginner typical strategy is we just want to focus on the monthly and the daily. So when it comes to the sell strategy, after we get through this, we'll get into the request. I just like to go over this for everyone that's new. It's a good refresher for everybody. The more you watch it, the more you repeat it, the more you do it, the more likely you are to follow it. So sell strategy number 1 is we sell on a big red dot inside the red zone on the daily chart. So these are called out in the daily alert section over here. So what we are looking for with this, again, is on a daily chart. So when I talk about the red zone, we use a Fibonacci retracement tool here. If you guys do not know what a Fibonacci is, you guys can check out my free trading course right here in the Discord, completely free. There's like 7 or 8 videos in there you guys could check out. But the red zone in the Fibonacci red zone up here, okay, this is where we want to sell the red dots. So you can see Ethereum's not quite in the zone. You can see this is where it topped out last time in December. Again, everyone was excited to buy Ethereum back up here at 4,000. Same thing's happening now. Everyone's jumping on the Ethereum train now. Nobody cared about Ethereum here or down here. But again, once we got that monthly signal in June for Ethereum, we were fully bullish. We have to be fully bullish on the asset if the monthly dot is green. Otherwise, you can't use this strategy. If you're bearish and the dot is green, okay, and you're not buying a dip like that, okay, that's on you. You got to be able to stick to the strategy no matter what happens. If you get a 3-4 day sell-off, you have to remain long. Again, this strategy is for 1 to 6 month swing trades. This is not a day trading strategy. Okay, and I think all you that were buying ETH over the last couple months that we've been talking about it, I think you guys are probably very happy today. I know I was very happy cashing out those ETF options for like 250 to 300% there. So that's sell strategy number 1. Again, the red zone is just part of the Fibonacci. If you guys do not have these tools, if you do not have the Fibonacci, if you do not have the red and green dots, you guys can download those over here inside the trading indicator tab. Just click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly up into your TradingView account. All you need is a TradingView account. TradingView is just the website that we use, tradingview.com. I also got links for that over here in the trading app section. This is pretty much everything that I use here. Trade stocks on Robinhood, Coinbase for crypto, and then TradingView is what I use to chart here. This is just the charting website. So that's all you need is a TradingView account, and then you'll be able to use these same exact indicators that we're going to talk about here today. So the last sell strategy. Sell strategy number 2 is that we want to sell when the stochastic RSI, that is the light blue line on the trading indicator, when that hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. Okay, so the first strategy was that big red dot in the red zone. So again, when price gets back up here in the red zone, this is when you want to be looking for the red dot on the daily. Okay, our second sell strategy is simply this RSI here. It's called the stochastic RSI. This is on a monthly chart. When this comes up here and touches that white dotted line, you can see that's a 100 value. Okay, you can see it touched it back here in March of 2024. That was the top, and it was also the top back here in 2021, back in, that was May of 2021. That was about 4 years ago. So you can see Ethereum's got a ways to go. It's sitting at about 41 right now. The white dotted line represents 100, so that tells you that we're 38 to 40% of the way to the top. My target of 5,000 to 8,000 on Ethereum still stands. Doesn't mean we're going to get some pullbacks along the way. But yeah, that's the sell strategy, guys. If you don't have a target, if you're not shooting for anything, okay, everyone wants to talk about their buy strategy, but your selling strategy is just as important. If you don't have a target, if you don't have something you're aiming for, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So that's the those are the sell strategies right there. So with that being said, let's go knock out some of these requests. I see one here with a super chat for Nyla here. Shout out to my brother for the $9.99. I love to see it, man. Nyla, this is the it looks like a cryptocurrency. Just had a monster move, dude. I think I know. Is this I think this is Titcoin whale, but that's had a real nice month there, my brother. Very, very nice month there. Looking at the 4 hour, that thing got hit pretty hard right there. I think he takes some off here. There's no data on my indicator, so there's not a lot I could tell you, but we are getting pretty extended here. So, I mean, if you're entering here at around 5 cents, I mean, that was a 100% move. So this is more of a fundamental play. There's not enough data on my indicator to really tell you what it's going to do. So you have to use these smaller time frames here. So you can see the 4 hours pretty high. So I don't think it's a bad place to take some off, especially if you're up that 100% there. Okay, you could look for a pullback, like back into this 200 on the EMA here, right around 5 cents. I think that'd be good. My brother. Yeah, good hit on that, dude. You've been talking about that for a while, so congrats. That's a big move. 213% on the month is a beautiful play. Those meme coins can hit sometimes. I don't know if it's a meme coin or not, but those low cap coins can really pay off sometimes. They're not really technical plays. They're more of fundamental plays. But yeah, that's awesome, dude. So we left off in the Discord right over here at Quant and Solana. So QNT is the first one here from the Discord. If you guys have those requests, go ahead and drop them over there in the Discord. I'm going to be live for about an hour here taking chart requests, then I have to go to a meeting. So go ahead and drop those over there. QNT still looking good. Target on that still 150 to 160. Okay, looking to add on green dots on this one, but that thing's most likely coming back up here into the red zone, just like it did back here in 2024. This was a beautiful dip to buy, that green dot right there. Beautiful dip to buy at 91. Again, it had the monthly dot. So as long as the monthly dot is green, we are looking for those kind of pullbacks and those green dots on the daily. I just hold this one. Target would be 150 to 160. Solano? I'm thinking you're meaning Solana, I'm guessing. Solana's breaking out big here. I mean, this thing's coming alive. It doesn't have the monthly yet, but you can see it's reversing. I think that will show up here very, very shortly. Big, fat breakout candle here today. Watch for this one to go back to 240 to 260. I mean, if you're not in it, like we've been talking about this since like 140, that green dot will be the confirmation that, hey, we're going higher. But if you're in this one, I'd be holding it. And I would just be waiting for that target right there. I know we don't got the monthly dot yet. If you anticipated it using the green dot on the weekly, the green dots on the weekly will come normally before the monthly dots. So you can see we got one back here in April when we called the bottom right there at around 130. And then one right here a couple weeks ago at 140, 150. And now it's sitting at 173. But I'm very bullish on altcoins right now, guys. I think we're going to see a move. And it's going to freak everybody out again. And people are going to get really excited. And then that's obviously when we're going to be taking our profits. When people are excited, we want to sell when people are greedy, buy when they're fearful. If you guys have been following the channel, we have been bullish since May. I mean, we've been since April. Okay, when we got that signal, when we got those weekly signals over here in April, this was when we were like, hey, it's time to start accumulating. And that will be confirmed. Our theory of the end of the bull run being Q4 to Q1, meaning the end of the year to the beginning of 2026, is still right on point. And if we get these green monthly dots here in July, like we already have on a ton of names, like XRP has one, XLM has one, there was a bunch. They were all called out over here in the Discord, just like they always are. Okay, you can see, boom, weekly alerts. I mean, we get all of them over here, and you had the monthlies go off. You had INJ, LDO gave you one yesterday. XRP, XCN, CRO even gave you one. Algorand. I mean, folks, altcoin season is in full-fledged. It's been in full-fledged. It's been time to accumulate since April. So for all you guys that hung in there and are still holding your bags, enjoy your summer. I mean, the hard part, like I said, the hard part is over. Now it's just a matter of playing the charts, taking some profits when necessary. Like on XLM right now, it's not a bad place to take some off up here at 48 because we're in the red zone. We're getting a red dot in the red zone. Can it keep on going? Yes, absolutely. But can it pull all the way back to 30? Yeah, it can. So you got to be the ultimate judge of when to take profits. Again, if I hit my sell target, again, like if you don't have a selling strategy, you're in trouble. If you don't have a place where you're like, okay, I'm going to take profits at this price, right? My profit taking place on XLM would have been right there at 50 cents. That was a beautiful place to take some. Can it go to $2, $3, $4, $5? Yes. So the next sell target would be when the stochastic comes back up here and touches the white dotted line. So I think it's going to be a really interesting summer, guys. I think this move is honestly just getting started. Like people are starting to get excited, a little more excitement coming back into the market, which is good, right? We're technically coming out of the bear trap, right? The bear trap has been from around April to June, okay? To June. Everyone thinks we're going down. Everyone thinks it's over. Bear market's here. Put your shorts on, right? Sell in May and go away. Surprise. Okay, so we're coming out of this. Like literally, I think we're right at where the arrow is right now. Okay, maybe a little bit past it. Maybe like to media attention a little bit. But for the most part, I mean, folks, I think this move is just getting started, and it's gonna go up all the way into like November. Okay, November, sometime between September and November, I think you're gonna see this massive parabolic move in alts, and it's gonna be time to take profits. And you know, you got those people that say they're never gonna sell, but if my name is up 600% in 30 days, I'm sorry, but I'm selling. I'm not going to hold that thing forever because I don't want to watch my money go all the way back down like this, right? Back here, okay, in 2021, XLM hit 80 cents. It gave you a red dot and it sold off all the way down to 8 cents. So imagine buying right here, not selling up here and holding it all the way down for the next 2 years back down to these prices. To me, that just doesn't make sense, okay? As a money manager, money managers are doing things like buying low and selling high, right? This is what the hedge funds do, okay? So, and they're not day trading, right? The majority of them do not day trade. They look for these big swings. I talked to a hedge fund manager one time, and they said, right, there's typically one time a year that's a great time to buy, okay? And if I were to have to pick any one time of the year, it would be on these monthly green dots with my strategy. So with that being said, okay, have a strategy. We use a strategy here. We're 1 to 6 months out, right? Not a bad place to take some off XLM. What else we got here? And yeah, guys, I'm not going to be doing live. I mean, I'll take some from the live here. If you guys are members, you guys can hit that join button on YouTube. But I really want to start focusing more on our Discord members because our Discord is the place to be. I want everybody to be in the Discord simply because it's our community. Like this is where people chat together. This is where people get connected. This is where people, right, plug in. So, yeah, I mean, if you sign up as a member on YouTube, I'll take your requests, but I'd really encourage you guys to get in the Discord. It's really, really the place to be. And I think we have something real special over there. The Spartan community is just awesome. Here's Verizon. Verizon's selling off here, and it has a red dot, so we wouldn't be touching that one. We'd be shorting that one. ET, also red here, looking for the dot. Acash, Okay, the first thing we need is that monthly dot, guys. So like for AKT here, we can't see the data. If you guys can't see the data on your indicator, it's because there's not enough data. So the monthly chart, the reason the monthly chart is so accurate is because it has the most data, right? You're going off of months. Okay, these green dots come every like 5 to 6 months, right? 5 to 6 months is when you get a dot. Well, if you go in here to like the hourly chart, look how many dots have came here in the last couple days. So many decisions to make. With the monthly chart, you don't have to make decisions. You don't have to sit at your computer 8 hours a day, right? You can make a decision and then hold it for 1 to 6 months until you hit your target. Again, I talked about the selling strategy at the beginning of this video, and I do have a free trading course over here. But when you hit your sell target, you could sell and go find the next trade. It's okay to take profits, and it's okay. It's good not to get emotionally attached to these assets. Okay, we're here to make money. We're here to buy low and sell high. Okay, AKT, I can't see the data on the monthly, so I'd be using the weekly. If you want to own this one, I think this is an AI play. I don't see that one going below 88 cents. I'd be a buyer here on AKT on the next daily or 4-hour signal there. And again, these signals are called out over here inside of the Discord. AKT would not apply those simply because we cannot see the monthly. So you're going to want to play the weekly dot on this one, and the weekly dot came last week at around $1. So I'd be buying this one here, and sell target would probably be up between let's go to the red zone, between 4 and 450. So you want to target this red zone up here. So I like this one down here with a target of 4 to 450. Bonk's been going bonkers here. Look at that move today. Shout out to Die Laughing Foundation. My guy, dude. You called this one out the other day, too. This is beautiful, man. Look at this. Ripping. Okay, so target on that's up here at like 0.0005. That's where I'd be taking profits. I don't even think it's a bad place to take some off here. But look at that big, fat candle. 162% on the month, baby. Look at that green dot. That was called out a couple weeks ago right there at 0.00015. You're up over 150% off that weekly signal there. And again, we can't see the data on the monthly because it's too new. There's no data. So if you can't see the monthly data, you got to go to the weekly, okay, and play the weeklies. Boom. That was ripping. So I'd be targeting for about 0.00045 to 0.00005. Yeah, Bears are pretty quiet. That's all right. They had a good run. The Bears did have a good run. I'll give them that. They had a good run. But again, if you just stay with your stance too long, you pay for it. Okay? You pay for it. And ultimately the Bears don't really make money. They're right sometimes. But over what time frame? You're right for a couple weeks, a couple days, right? Talk to me in 6 months. If you think I'm wrong, talk to me in 6 months. If I'm saying buy something and it sells off, you got to understand my strategy is for the prices in 1 to 6 months, not tomorrow. If I buy something like I did on, what was that, Nail the other day? I bought Nail at 60. It dipped all the way to 52. Okay, but that was literally the day after I bought it. So was I buying for the day after I bought it? No, I'm buying for the prices back up here in the red zone on these names, right? I'm not buying for the prices down here. I'm buying this because I think it's going to go back up to here one day. I don't know when that's going to be, but the typical time frame for me, okay, for these kind of trades is 1 to 6 months. It could take 1 to 6 months to get all the way back up here. And I am willing to wait that long, okay? I'm not going to panic sell when it goes down just a hair, right? When it crashes 5% or whatever. So, yeah. I mean, obviously it's good to use stop losses and limit your risk, but ultimately if you're not oversizing your position, you shouldn't be worried. Oscar looks good here. We've been talking about this one for a while. That's got a green dot here on the monthly. That looks like it's going to get a green dot here on the daily probably tomorrow on Thursday here. So I'd be watching for that green dot there. I don't see this one going lower than 14. I literally said we're going to buy this one at 15. It's at 15.25 here. I might look for a trade on this. I really like it. It got the 4-hour signal there yesterday. I think Oscar looks really good here. Okay, I'm actually going to call this one out over here for our members in the Discord. If you guys are a member of the Discord, you guys do get all my favorite alerts over here. There's one right there for Oscar, and I really like that one. I don't see that one going lower than 14. You can see it bounced at 14 there, bounced at 14 there. Target's going to be 21 to 23, and again, it has the green monthly dot. So you got the 4-hour signal there. That was right at around 4 50 or so. So you're buying it at a really good place right here, I think, if you're long on this one. And I really like Oscar. Probably the best call out of the day so far. Where are we at here? Keep losing my place here. Wish there was a an easier way to do this. I keep losing my spot because you guys are putting those requests in. I just can't leave the screen. I unfortunately can't leave the screen because it takes away my place here. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. We got ASAN from Nate. ASAN. No monthly dot. I'd wait for the monthly signal on that one. ERO. ERO. That one's green on the monthly. So again, you want to buy that next daily green dot if you're long on this one. This one looks pretty good too. That has the monthly signal. It's had a nice pullback here. The wave is back down here. The deeper the blue wave, the better, guys. If the wave is down here, that's good, especially if the dot is green on the monthly. So I like this one. Watch for it to find support right there at 14. I don't know anything about it. It looks like a copper company, but I would buy that one there on the next daily green dot. Let's check the 4-hour. Yeah, the 4-hour should print here very soon. Looks like 14 is going to be pretty solid support for that one. We got GRRR. That one's still consolidating right here at 20. So this is doing what BBAI did, okay, for a while. You see how BBAI just went sideways, 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 and then finally broke out. That's what GRR is doing right now. Okay, I like GRR. It's also got the monthly signal. So I don't see this one going lower than 16. I'd look for a green dot there on the daily or that 4-hour signal over there in the Discord. Again, we call out all those alerts over here in the Discord for you guys. We call out the monthlies, the weeklies, the dailies, the 4 hours, even the sell signals all over here under the trade alerts section. So I like GRR still. I still do like that one. Looking for reasons to buy. Looking for that daily or that 4-hour. Here's XLM. I covered this one a little bit. Like I said, we're in the red zone now, so this is one of our targets. I personally would be taking some off the table here or setting a stop loss at 42. And then, right, you don't have to sell the whole position, but you could sell 25%. You could sell 50%, whatever you want to do, okay? Nice big move. I mean, the thing's up. It was up over 100%. If you're up 100% and you sell half of your position, right, you're taking your profits. You're taking your initial investment out and keeping your profits. Again, if your name runs 100%, guys, so if you put in $10,000 here to XLM and you made 100%, you just multiplied your earnings by 2. So now you have $20,000. You turn 10 into 20. Now if you sell 50% of this position, divide it by 2, you now have $10,000. So you took out what you put in, and now you're using the rest, your profits. If you want to hold and you think it's going to keep going up, you're using the rest to let it ride. So you're not risking anything. The risk is completely off the table. You're playing with house money. Okay, and again, this is one of my sell targets up here in the red zone. Can we break through it and keep pushing up? Yes, absolutely. But again, that's a coin flip. You don't know what the market's going to do. Okay, in the red zone, I always like to take some off here, especially on the daily chart. So I would be trimming a little bit of XLM here. Okay, 25 to 50%. Link's just breaking out here. Link doesn't have the monthly yet, but I think it's coming any day. Okay, I think Link will have a green monthly dot here at any time. Could be the next hour, could be the next couple days, could be next week, but I think it's coming very soon. And that is my largest position. I think my average cost is right around $15. So I'm finally in profit on that position. And again, target's always up here in the red zone between 26 and 28. That'll be my first target where I sell probably 25 to 50% of the position. Then I will wait for this stochastic RSI to come back up here and touch that white dotted line. So if you're in this one, I still think it's a solid hold. I think that green dot is coming, like I said, at any minute. I think it's going to be here any minute. WLK, especially with Ethereum. Guys, Ethereum breaking out here, that's huge. Okay, massive here. Frickin' just ripping, dude. I mean, we're just seeing an absolute ripping here. Okay, Ethereum's probably going to be here at 4K by the end of the week. Okay, and now that'll sell off tomorrow, and I'll be totally wrong, and everyone's going to cancel me. But this chart looks very, very strong. Very, very strong here. Okay, and again, we were calling Ethereum out. You guys have been here, right? Since May, June, we've been talking about it. Okay, right in here, right in this area. from about the beginning of May after we had this big push up. We went sideways for 3 months. Everyone was getting so frustrated during this time. This is not a fun time in the market when your portfolio just goes up, down, up, down, up, down, especially if you're tracking it every day. Okay, everybody wants this big explosion to the upside, right? But nobody wants to wait. Nobody wants to sit and wait for it. Everyone wants it now. I want my Lambo right now, right? But nobody ever wants to wait. So this strategy takes patience, guys. It really does. It's not for everybody, but the feedback that I've gotten from people, I think people are really enjoying it. And I'm just glad you guys are getting value out of it, man. I don't do this for me. I don't do this for you guys. I do this for our community. I do this for, you know, the people in the Discord. I'm passionate about investing. I'm passionate about economics. And I just love being able to share information and knowledge with you guys. And not only share it with you, but also obtain it from you. Some of my best trades this year have come off your guys' chart requests. So I think my best trade of the year so far was the TAI. This was a TikTok request. Okay, back here in April. I bought this thing at 3 cents. It went all the way up to 15, 16 cents. Okay, that was one of my best trades of the year. I didn't even know what TAI was until somebody requested it, right? And then obviously we benefited there off of the, I think it was right in here. Boom, popped up. So just know that I get just as much out of this channel as you guys do. For me, mentally, spiritually, not physically, because I'm kind of standing here in front of my computer, but it's awesome, dude. I love the community. I love what we're building here. We've been doing this. Well, I've been trading for 8 years. I think the community has been live since 2021, so we're going on 5 years now. We've been doing this. So, and I ended up deleting my first YouTube channel. I got banned on TikTok 3 years ago at like 35,000 followers or something, and the Discord has stayed up the whole time, and we've been running. So it's awesome to see. WLK, I still like this one. That one had the golden dot. For those of you that are new, the golden dots are pretty much, the golden dots on the daily are pretty much like a monthly dot. We treat it like a monthly dot. So these are buy signals, okay? 1 to 6 month holds. I lay all this out for you guys over here under the dots and signals. It pretty much tells you what every single dot is, how to trade it. But that golden dot is a 1 to 6 month swing. So again, you bought this back here at the beginning of June. At 70, you're up to hit 90. Now it's pulling back a little bit. So again, you're just looking for the 4-hour dot or the daily dot now to add if you're long on it. And this is a home builder. So that monthly signal is going to come here probably any minute. Just like Chainlink. Again, the last time the wave was all the way down here was back here in 2020. This was back in COVID. Okay. When right before the housing market absolutely ripped. Okay. That was 5 years ago, guys. 5 years ago. Again, this is a generational opportunity, I think, to buy real estate stocks. I think real estate stocks look phenomenal, just as good as altcoins. That's why I bought that nail ETF. I think home builders and real estate stocks are going to do very, very well. And that next green dot on the monthly will confirm the move. But we did play this one here off of that golden dot right there at 70. So if you see the golden dot, it's just another 1 to 6 month swing trade signal. Don't think any more about it. I see people asking me I see a lot of people asking questions about it. It means buy and hold for 1 to 6 months until you hit your target. That's what it means. There's nothing more to it. Okay, that's all you gotta know. Okay, you buy it and you hold it till it gets back up here to the red zone. It's really that simple. So there's really nothing more to it. I mean, you don't have to complicate trading. Trading doesn't have to be complicated, guys. It takes patience and it takes discipline. Okay, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have trading rules, if you don't have a strategy, it's like throwing a dart with a blindfold on. Okay, probably not going to work out very well for you. You can use our strategy, you could use our rules, or you could come up with your own. Okay, this indicator works on any time frame. People ask me if you could day trade with it. Yes, you can. Do I recommend it? No, because I think day trading is stupid. Why do I think it's stupid? Because 90% of people fail at it. 90 to 95% of day traders fail, guys. If you're buying and selling the same day, 90 to 95% of people fail. Okay? What makes you so special to think you're going to beat the 90 to 95% of traders that trade on a daily basis? Sure, you might get some big hits, you might get some big runners, but in the end, you're going to lose. It's like going to the casino, right? You might have a really big day, but you're going back the next day and you're going to give it all back because you're addicted, right? You're not doing it for the right reasons, right? This takes discipline, okay? Discipline patience are two very key factors to have in life, not just in trading, but in all of life in general. They're two biblical terms. Okay. So Soxel here, this one's still got a ways to go. 60 to 65 is the target. It does have the green monthly that we called out. We literally nailed the bottom on this at 750 back in April. You guys could go watch that TikTok, but we called 7 out as the bottom because that was the double bottom right here. You can see it bottom back here in 2022 at 5. It went all the way up to 70. Bottom at the same exact spot. If you guys are new to trading, that is called a double bottom pattern. You guys can look it up, but a double bottom is where you have this big, well, it's actually a triple bottom. We bottomed right there and we bottomed right there as well. So SOXL is the semiconductor ETF. Okay. When you buy this, it's like buying AMD, NVIDIA, Taiwan Semi, Intel, all the big names, okay, in an ETF. So it's a leveraged ETF, so it is a little more risky. But you can see right here, boom, bottom right at the level, bottom right at the level, bottom right at the level. And these aren't like daily bottoms. This is a multi-year. Okay, it bottomed back in 2020 here. 2020. This was 5 years ago. It bounced on that same support. Same thing right here back in 20. This was 3 years ago. It bounced on that level. That means the buyers stepped in right here and bought it. Okay, you saw the green dot right there back in January of 2023. It went from 9 all the way up to 70. Sold all the way off. Boom. Down to 650. Right back on the line. Buyers stepped right in and bought it back up. So I'm still a holder of this. If you bought it at 7, you're up, what, 200%? Not a bad place to take some off. But with our sell strategy, again, we want to target that red zone. So we're targeting anywhere between $60 and $70 on this right now. BCH. Still green there on the monthly. So we're looking for daily dots. We got the last daily dot right there in July. That was 2 weeks ago at around 480. And it's sitting at 480 right now. So you're getting it at the same spot the last green dot came in. I like this one. You could wait for that confirmation of the daily, or you could buy it there at the last daily dot that we got. That has a little more room to go, I think, back to 600 to 620. But I think there's some better names right now. Okay, the lower on the Fibonacci, the better. Okay, something like, Algorand's blasting off now. QNT is still kind of there. I want to know what names haven't really taken off yet. Like Ondo, still down here, dude. Still down here in the golden zone. Okay, you can see how BCH is a little closer to the red zone. So I'm not saying BCH can't come up here to 600. You could buy that one on the next daily dot, or you could take a stab at it right here at 480. Okay, but that's been a nice trade. We called this dot out back here in June at 400. So that was a nice little, what was that? Probably around a 40-50% move there off that signal. Okay, and again, we got the monthly dot back there in May. 2 months ago. May was all the way back here in this area off that monthly. We got AERO, big move today. I was golfing this morning, and I looked at this thing. It was up like 18%, but I think the move's just getting started here, folks. I mean, this thing is just now taking off. My target's up here in the red zone, so I'm holding AERO now that we're breaking out, right? We called this dot out back here in July at 70. We called these out right here in June, and now we're just lifting off. So my target on this is still 2. I also have that one in the portfolio. Okay, 2 to 220 on that one is my target. Okay, looking for that red zone sell. Again, that's sell strategy number 1. Since we can't see the monthly, we can look to the weekly for a weekly dot as well. But I think this is going to have a big August and September. Okay, I know a lot of you guys were buying with me back right here around 60. I think I was buying right here in this area at around 60. It did dip down to like 50, then it ripped back up to $1, and now it's breaking over that resistance right there. So this looks really good here, all the way back to 2 to 220. I think my average cost on that's around 60 cents. So that's going to be a big winner, I think, this bull run. Here's AVAX. AVAX hasn't really taken off yet. To be honest, I don't really hear a lot of people talking about AVAX anymore. I don't know if it's a dead project or what the deal is, but I'd be waiting for a monthly green dot. That thing looked like it could come here probably in August. So I like it as long as it holds this level right down here at 16. I'd look for a green dot on the daily or a 4-hour dot here, or simply put a monthly. But remember, the weeklies come before the monthly dots. Okay, the weekly dots come before the monthly dots. So if you're anticipating AVAX printing a monthly because the wave is all the way down here, right, which isn't a bad idea, You could look to the weekly. Okay, in the weekly, you can see Gabe one right there at around 18. Things pushing up now. So I think any altcoin's a buy right now, as long as it has good fundamentals. Not any altcoin. Okay, I just think altcoin season is going to happen. I think you should be buying good quality projects, not shit coins, not meme coins. Good quality projects here are going to win. And AVAX has a ways to go back to 48 to 52. I just don't really hear a lot about AVAX anymore. That's my kicker with that. That's a fundamental reason, though. Technically, it looks good, but fundamentally, I don't know about their ecosystem anymore. Here's FIE, F-I-E. This one's just range bound. I'd buy this one on a green dot here on. Oh, it doesn't have it on the monthly yet. Yeah, you're gonna want to wait for the monthly signal there on FI. We got near. Near's blasting off, dude. This looks so good, man. So good. Okay, you got the weekly there last week. I like near a lot here. Target on that's all the way up here to 7 to 8. The reason I like near so much is because it literally sold off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. When you see your name go down for 7 months in a row, if it's a good quality project, like imagine Apple going down for 7 months in a row like this, going from $8 all the way down to $2, losing literally, right, 80% of its value. As someone who was like, Apple's going to be around forever, and again, I don't know too much about Near, but I know it's been around for a while. Okay, that's when we want to buy. We don't want to buy after we go on this big ripper for 6 months. We want to wait for a sell-off. Okay, same thing happened back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We bottomed at $1, and it went all the way up to 9. That was a 900% trade. Okay, and it's lifting off here off of 2. I don't see Near going below 2, and I really, really like Near. And I think this thing's going to really move here. Okay, back to $7 to $8 would be my target on Near there. We got INJ, good call out. This one had the monthly alert go off today. We had the monthly signal go off today. And I'm going to call this one out over. Let me call it out. I'm going to use it on a different screen here. I'm pulling up a different screen, but I'm going to call this out in the Discord for you guys. I've been really busy, guys. I think there might be some changes to the live schedule. Summertime is just time where I want to be outside and like enjoying life and not glued to my computer every 3 days at a certain time. So there might be some changes going forward here. I'm not going to quit making videos or anything. I just might not be like on a set schedule here, at least during the summer when it's nice outside. I mean, I'm golfing, I'm doing things, I'm having a good time, right? We've been bullish for a while, folks, and now we're just reaping the fruits of our labor, right? We've been grinding for the last few months. We have been plugged in, and now we're finally getting the move we've been looking for, and nothing else to do now until just wait till our price targets hit. So if you like INJ, yeah, it's time to go, baby. It's time to go. Okay, green dot there on the monthly. That one's not going below $10. Okay, and again, our target would be up here between 30 and 35. Okay, we want to target that red zone up there. Okay, just like it got back here in this last bull run back in 2023. Same kind of story here. Looking for that price target right there. 30 and 35 is where I take profits, but I would buy that one here today. Okay, if you get the monthly dot and you're not in, you better come to the party. You better get going. Okay, and again, that just called out today. We called this one out today. You can see I just dropped it right there in Overkill alerts. That's where I call out all my favorite setups. I also post all my trades over here. You can see I sold my ETHA today for around a 55% move. That was on the stock. I was playing the option, so really I made like 250%. I don't normally like to share my trades because I don't want people knowing, how much money I have and things like that. I just kind of let you guys know here. Yeah, that's just for privacy and security reasons. So, but yeah, monthly dot on INJ was called out here today. I'm sorry, that's the red alert. We need to go to the monthly alerts, and we call those gold dots out over here as well. But the monthly, you can see INJ got called out at 8:02 a.m. So if you guys want the instant signal, sometimes I drop videos on TikTok, and people are like, oh, like, why are you calling it out now and not later or earlier? It's like, I'm a one-man show here. I have the time from when I get the signal to when I sit down on my computer to when I whip my phone out to when I record the video to when I post the video. There's a lot of lag time there. Okay, but if you guys are new, you can eliminate the lag time because these dots are called out the second that they show up. Okay, the second that they show up. You don't have to wait for me to post the video. you guys can get all the signals over here. My goal is to just teach you guys how to trade these signals, right? I tell you how to trade them. And again, these are a 1 to 6 month time frame. Not every alert is a signal to buy or sell, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just a strategy you can use. Okay, that's it. It's not a 100%. No trading strategy out there is 100%. Okay, even though if I think you play the monthly dots and you're buying good names, I don't think you can fail, especially if you have like a longer term vision between, right, 12 and 24 months. Typically, I think it's literally like 100% if you're buying good quality projects on these monthly dots. But I typically tell people 1 to 6 months to see profits on these. Sometimes it happens really fast. Sometimes it happens slow. Okay, it's just we're not market makers, right? We don't move the markets. So if you want those signals, guys, they're over here and they're instant. I mean, it's literally $4 a month to join right now. And we have over 2,000 members now. Okay, at $4 a month, that's less than a Starbucks coffee if you guys want access to all of this here. Okay, so yeah, if you want instant alerts, those are called out in instant real time over there for you guys. So I like to check my alerts like in the morning, once in the morning and then once in the afternoon. But it's not necessary. You don't need to check it twice a day. You could get away with checking it once a day using this strategy. Okay, so INJ has the monthly green, so we'd be, okay, we're buying. We're in here. We're buying, right? Buyers are stepping in. And then we simply just wait until we get up here or closer to the red zone. Look at Ethereum, okay? Ethereum's touching the red zone. It's in it now. So, again, our goal is to never time the exact top. Okay, we don't want to get out right at the very top. We want to sell into it, right? So if you're up 100, 200%, you're in the red zone, it's okay to sell some. Okay, if you don't sell and you sit through this, that's your own fault. Okay, markets move in cycles, guys. There's sideways, there's up, there's down. Okay, right now we're coming out of this. We're coming out of this stealth and awareness phase. Okay, we're coming out of the bear trap. We've been talking about the bear trap since May. A bear trap is when everyone thinks we're going down and then we explode to the upside. Okay, and by the way, guys, if we can get this video to 300 likes by the end of the stream today, I'll give away 300 XRP. If we can do it on the replay, if you guys are watching the replay today, I will go ahead and give away 100 XRP to somebody. It'd be over here in the Discord, but smash the like. I really appreciate you guys. The likes go a long way for me. Helps me know I'm doing a good job. And like I said, I'll give away some XRP if we can hit our goal of 300 likes here on the video. XLM is a solid buy here, though. I really like it. XSwap. That one's down today. I'd be holding this one still. We're just stuck in a sideways range here. So target on that's 12 to 14 cents. I think this is a good place to actually add today. I know it has a red dot here, but we're down here in the bottom of the fib. I'd much rather add on a day where it's down 14% than when it's up 14%. So no data on the monthly, so we're using the weekly, and the weekly actually has a red. So it has solid support right here at 3 cents. So the closer you could buy to 3 cents, the better. If you're long on the project, I'd look for that 4 hour. I would add on the 4 hour on XSwap, and that will be called out in the 4 hour alerts over here. Okay, the last one came right here, right there around 3.7. That's exactly where we're bouncing here. So that one looks interesting. QF, you said it's a crypto. I do not see QF on here. I don't see that one. XLM we covered. We got Lunar, LUNR, and if you guys could keep the requests to just... if you guys could just keep the requests to 3 per person. That's kind of the limit over there in the Discord. I just want to make sure I get to everybody and be respectful to everybody's time. Lunar doesn't have the monthly yet, but it is trying to build a base right here at 10. So 10 is a very important level. If you want that confirmation, just wait for that monthly signal. That looked like it could come either this month or in August, the next month. We got CEVA. This one needs the monthly as well. Watch that monthly. BBAI. BBAI got the monthly back here in June. Big old move up. Okay. Looks like it pulled back to 6. So 6 is very important support here. That's where it's trying to build support. I told you guys to take profits somewhere up around $8. I think it was like $7.70 when we got this red dot. Somewhere at like $7.80 maybe. Okay, I said take some off here. It pulled back to 6, and now it's trying to reverse. So we'll see. We'll see what this thing does here I would set a stop loss at $6 because, again, if you guys were buying BBAI when I was calling this out, you were buying it anywhere. I think my first video I dropped on it was right there around 280 on April 2nd, and then we were obviously looking at it throughout this whole time. To be honest with you, I'd rather buy this Gorilla Technology Group. This is also another AI stock, so this just hasn't lifted off yet. You can see BBAI is near the red zone, so we're not looking to add to our positions, right? Well, I guess you could, but just know there's not a lot of meat on the bone, right? The move already kind of happened. It went from 4 all the way up to 8, almost $9. That's a 120% move. Okay, 120%. Let's go find the next one. The next one looks like it's like GRR. I think they do the same things. They're both AI plays. So this just looks like it hasn't really moved yet. So I'd rather buy that. But if you're trading BBAI, I would definitely use that stop loss at $6 where the buyers came in and stepped in. I'm not saying this thing can't go back up to 10, but again, if you sold where the sell signal came, you were selling right there around 8. So, you know, if it goes to 10, you missed out on 20%, but you made 125% if you played the buy signal. So 125%, you should be thanking the Lord. Here's Beam. Beam got a green dot here on the monthly, so we'd be playing this one here. Okay, I like this one. I don't see that one going lower than 16. Now that it has the green monthly, obviously if you're not in on the monthly yet, you need to start a position, and then you need to look for those pullbacks here on the daily. So the next daily green dot would be a good spot to add, or the next 4-hour dot would be a good spot to add. Target on this one would be up here to 32 to 36, and you just got away with 4 requests. So good job, my man. You look like somebody new. So welcome, my brother. Welcome to all the new people here in the Discord, man. We've grown a lot over the last couple days. I got to expect that there's going to be a lot of growth through this bull run. So love to see it, man. JCI, I'd be taking profits on. I mean, that thing's way up here in the red zone. I'd be taking profits. I think the monthly's even hitting the stochastic. Yeah, see the monthly hitting our target? That's profit taking time. I would sell JCI. NVIDIA. NVDA also. I'm taking profits on NVIDIA. As a trader, I'm taking profits here. Okay, I'm selling some, or I'm setting a trailing stop loss at 160. That thing's ripping too. That's insanity. Coinbase. Coinbase is also up here in the... It does have a monthly green dot, so I don't know why that one's not on the watch list. NVIDIA is also on the watch list, but again, we're too far off of the 9 there on coin. Again, we were calling coin out right here at 250. It's sitting all the way up here at 400. That's beautiful move there. Okay, called that out right there at 250. Ripper. Got the red dot right here at 375. That was our target, but it just keeps going. I mean, if this altcoin season really happens right now, you should see Coinbase stock probably go to 500 to 600. But as a trader, right, we're taking some off here, selling 50 to 25 to 50%, 75%, and we're looking for the next setup. Okay, this thing's had a nice move. So it's okay to take some off the table, guys. Profits are profits. It's okay to sell half your position if you're up around 100%. Then you're playing with house money. AMD, are you still targeting 180? Yep, still targeting 180. Okay, that's at the top of the red zone there. That's another one. We've banged out so many calls, guys. I think we've had a couple wrong, but we have definitely had a lot more be right than wrong here over the last 3 months off these signals. I mean, there has been a couple plays that didn't work out, but I mean, dude, we literally called AMD at $100. Okay, that's up 60%. You guys realize most people are happy with 5% a year giving their money to money managers. They're happy with 5% a year. If you guys played this monthly dot and got in at 100, you're up 60% in 2 months, 2 or 3 months. Okay, massive move. Okay, and yeah, target is still up there in the red zone between 170 and 180. Looking to sell probably the next red dot you get. That will be called out over here in the daily alerts section. XRP, what's that doing? Breaking over $3, you love to see it. But I don't think it's a bad place to take some off, selling 25%. Again, we were calling XRP out at 2, guys. So, again, if you were buying down there, you're up 51% on your trade. Not a bad place to trim some. Can it go to $10? Yes. But can it also sell off? Yes. So again, you can sell on the way up. I think $3 is a good spot to take some off. Okay, I'm not saying it's the top, but I do think it's a good place to trim some. Okay, 10, 25% of your position. Okay, but I mean, these charts just look insane, dude. We have been waiting for this for months. All that time grinding, all that time waiting. It's about to pay off, guys. It's about to pay off. We have been planting seeds. We look at ourselves as farmers, planting seeds in the ground during this time when we're just going sideways. And we're about to go into harvest season here, baby. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad place to trim like 25% of XRP. You could trim more if you want to, but we did get a red dot in the red zone, and that is a part of our strategy. So if we're staying disciplined to our strategy, can it go to $10? Yes. Okay, but that's, you're swinging for the fence. You're trying to hit a grand slam when we want to be hitting doubles, and we want to be hitting singles and doubles here. If you guys know what baseball is, we just want to get on base. We just want to get on base, and we want to be consistent with it, right? Can this go to $10? Yes, but are we sticking to our plan? Also, yes. You don't have to sell the whole position, but you can take some off the table here. I don't know what price it's going to go to. No one can ever tell you where we're going to go. Okay, my target is always the red zone. Okay, on the daily. Target right here. That was the top. That was the top. This, see how it breaks through sometimes though and keeps going? That happens, but you can't be mad at that, because again, if you were buying down here on Cardano back in November at 33 cents, and you sold right here, that was a 200% trade. If you're not happy with 200%, I don't know what to tell you. Most people are, like I said, the majority of people these days are happy with 5% a year. Cardano is up 50% in 2 weeks. So I think Cardano has some room to run. I would rather buy Cardano here than XRP with our strategy, because that's got a lot of room to go to the red zone. XRP already in the red zone. Not a good time to be buying XRP right now. Time to be buying XRP was down here, okay, off these weeklies. Boom. Called it right there at 210. Called it right there at 210. Double bottom. Bang. Rip. And ETH we covered. Link we covered too. CCL. CCL. That one worked out really nicely too. Okay, we called this monthly dot out. I think that was back in June. Yep, that was right there around 20 bucks. Had a really nice move up here. Now we're in the red zone though, so we're no longer interested. Okay, no longer interested. If it gets a green dot, yes, you could buy it and use a stop loss at 28. So that's how I would play that. But I would be selling some here in the red zone off of that red dot. I'd be taking 25 to 50% of my position off, because again, we were buying down here at 20 to 25, or I'm sorry, 20 to 22. Okay, that move, that 30, 40% move for a stock is very, very good. So I'd be taking some off there or using a trailing stop right there at 28. TRNR. TRNR. Can't really tell you on that one, my friend. TECX. This, I'm not a big penny stock guy, so just so you guys know, I don't trade low cap stuff very often. TECX. This one I would just be waiting on the monthly for. DOCN. Digital Ocean. That one, again, you want that monthly signal. PATH. PATH. That one's green there on the monthly. You want the daily or the 4-hour dot to add. That 4-hour looks like it's going to come very soon. Looks like it's got solid support right there around 11.50, 12 bucks. Pinlink, PIN. No data on the monthly, so we're using the weekly. No data even on the weekly. This thing's a very new coin, so I'd be looking for the daily greens. Daily green dot on pin. Okay, I can't even see the fib, so you have to come all the way in here to the 4-hour. Okay, that thing's trying to find a base right there at 70. STRK. That one? Starknet? Go ahead and get some chart requests in the chat, guys. I got a couple more in me. I'll take some chart requests from the chat here for the next 5 to 10 minutes, and then I got to sign off and get to a meeting. So if you guys are on the live, go ahead and drop those. And we're going to keep going here in the Discord, but drop a few here in the Discord or on the live chat here on YouTube, and I'd be happy to take some for you guys. Stark here looks interesting. Got a green candle. No data here on the monthly, so looking for the weekly there. Got it right there at 10 cents. So if you believe in the token, I don't think it's a bad place to add some here. Got a target of 60 to 80 cents on that one. We got Turbo. Unload the dirty dirt. People show me love. Monthly just pointing straight up there. Beautiful, man. Very nice trade there. I'd probably take some off here at this resistance level. I'd probably sell some right here at 6.5. XYO. XYO. This one have a monthly yet? No monthly yet. I'd wait for the monthly. LCX. All right. LCX looks good. That one looks like it's going to print a monthly anytime. So when this wave is way down here on the monthly chart, guys, when you see this, like when you go back to Bitcoin here, like go back to Bitcoin here, see when that wave's way down there, you should be looking for reasons to buy. A reason to buy when the wave is way down here, if you guys are trying to anticipate the monthly dot, which is not part of our strategy, but it just tells you that the bottom is probably very close. So I like to say off a green monthly, it's a 1 to 6 month hold. So if like I'm anticipating LCX here, it might be like a 1 to 7 or 1 to 8 month hold because we're anticipating that dot coming. Do I think it's going to come? Yes, I do. Very soon. Okay. And that weekly came a couple weeks ago right there around 11, sitting at 13 cents. So you're still getting it at a good level. You can see it bounce right around the same level again. Again, that's a double bottom there. So I like LCX here. Okay. I like that it's down here in the golden zone. Target would be right there to 35 to 40. If you want to wait for the monthly dot, go ahead. But I don't think this is a bad place to just nibble on some and maybe start a small position. AI16Z. I'm going to take these and I'll take some from the live chat here. A couple minutes of live chat requests here before I have to sign off here. The weekly, I can't really see this one. This is another one of those meme coins. So you just got to use your own judgment. I like to buy good quality projects, guys. Meme coins are cool, but it's also a very easy way to go broke. I like this one as long as you can hold on to 15 cents. ADMA. ADMA. Okay, I see your guys' requests coming in here. Just let me get through a couple more. We'll finish off with CELH and QQQ. And then that will be it for Discord. And then I just want to take a couple from you guys over here in the chat. This one's red on the monthly, so we don't want anything to do with that. ADUR. Okay, if it's red on the monthly, we don't want anything to do with it unless that wave, like on LCX, right? Unless that wave is right way down there on the monthly. Okay, that's when we can start looking for a weekly signal. Okay, if we want to anticipate it. Okay. But unless the wave is way down here, I would not be buying any red dots there on the daily. ADUR. That one's gone for a ride. This one's probably up in the red zone. Yeah, so I'd be taking profits here on the next red dot or up here at 12 bucks. I'd be cashing out. Last one was ZERE. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Looks like a very new project. So that's more of a fundamental investment than a technical investment. Let's get to these last two in the Discord, then I will take some here from the live chat. CELH, another big trade for us this year. We called this green dot out here in March at 26 bucks. It's all the way up here at 50. That was a 100% move. How I'd be trading this one is just waiting for a daily now. Again, as long as we have the monthly green dot, we are looking for reasons to buy. Okay, we're looking for a green daily or a 4-hour green dot, big green dot. Okay, the big green dots have the shaded area down here on the indicator. If you right-click on the indicator, you can set up an alert. There's the big green dot and the small green dot. When you're on the 4-hour one, we want the big green dot. Okay, the daily, we could trade the small green dot, but when you're on the 4-hour, you want to make sure you're looking for the big green dot. And again, we call all those out over here inside of the Discord channel. You get the dailies, the monthlies, the 4 hours, the weeklies, everything. The golden dots, everything's called out over there. So let me just go ahead and mark our place here so I know where to start next time. Let's jump to the present here, and I'm actually going to shut these. I'm going to shut these off for now, guys, because I'm actually going to be out of town for the next couple days. So I'm going to shut these off for now so we can get caught up, and then I will turn them back on once we're all caught up. Sound good? So you guys just watch. I'll give you guys a notification over here. I'll tag you guys. I will tag you guys when I open them back up, but we have a lot of other requests here. I will not be live on Friday. I'm traveling with my wife. We're going on a trip, so I won't be live here on Friday, but I will be still dropping reels and stuff on TikTok and things like that. So we left off over here in the Discord right here at CELH and QQQ. Again, CELH, we're looking for that daily or that 4-hour alert, okay? Because, again, the monthly is green here, so the monthly is trending up. So we're looking for those pullbacks on the daily or the 4-hour. And then your last one was QQQ. Tech is just ripping, man. Oh, you love to see it, dude. You just love to see it. It's at all-time highs. So it is in the red zone, so this is not a place we're looking to put a position on. But, yeah, if you're still in this one, you could set a trailing stop loss at 540. I'd like to buy it closer to 500, but we're never starting positions up here in the red zone. Okay, you should have been buying down here in April 21st, right there at around 450. Okay, 450 was where? Right here. 450 was right here when that weekly signal was called out there. Went from 450 to where it's sitting at now. That's a 23% move on the year. Congratulations. Okay, go spend some time at the lake or at the beach. Enjoy your life. Okay, watching for a red on that one. But tech is just ripping here, dude. Tech is absolutely ripping. Okay, so have a plan to exit. Again, you got a red dot in the red zone right now. I'm not saying this thing can't push up to 600, but yeah, 540 is a pretty important level for it. 540 is a pretty important level. Let's take some here from the chat real quick, and then I got to sign off here, guys. We got you. Oh, I see one for Apple. Apple still looks good. No green dot on the monthly yet. Waiting for the green dot confirmation there on the monthly. Oh yeah, we're right here on the live chat now. So we got UNH. UNH got the golden dot back here at around 300. It's sitting at the same level you got the golden dot on. So I don't think it's a bad place to go long. I mean, with how far this wave is down, and you got the golden dot here, I think at 300, if you believe in the company, they're just in the middle of so many lawsuits right now. It's insane. It's insane, but they're making a lot of money. I mean, they're absolutely killing it on their earnings. They make $100 billion a quarter. This is one of the biggest companies in the world. So, yeah, back up to 600 is a 100% move. So I think it's a great place to go long if you believe in the company and you believe that they're going to go ahead and beat all those lawsuits. I think it looks good. Here's Topgolf. This one's on the watch list here. Still just consolidating here above 8. Looking for reasons to buy this one because, again, the monthly is green. So we're looking for that 4-hour big green dot or the daily on MODG. I see one for SEI. And again, these are right in the live chat, guys. So if you guys have requests, just drop them in the live chat here. I'm going to take a few more. And then I got a jet. I got a meeting I got to get to. Target on this is still 60 to 70. Still like that one a lot. We were buying that one right here at 25. It's up nicely. Still targeting that red zone up here between 60 and 70 cents. I keep going back to the requests here. PPTA. PPTA, that one's in the red zone, so looking for a red dot to take some profits. UAMY, up in the red zone, looking for the red dot. Looking for the red dot to take some profits there. ARB. ARB, this one's in my portfolio as well, targeting $1 to $1.20. $1 to $1.20. No data on the monthly, but you can see how that monthly's starting to reverse here. I don't think we've seen anything yet, folks. There is a lot of meat on that bone there on ARB. SBET. Thing's ripping. Okay, looking for 60 to 70. Wow, I saw this one sell off all the way to 10 and it didn't act on that dot. It went crazy up here to 120, sold all the way off, and this thing's just ripping. So I would definitely sell the next red dot that you get. You see the last red dot came Well, it actually came right there around 62, but it hit a high of 120 up there. The 4-hour chart, I target around 70 to 80 on this one. I'd probably sell some on the next red alert here. You'll get that red alert. I don't think you'll get it in the Discord because it's not on my watch list, but that's what I'd be looking for on the indicator. Again, if it's not on my watch list, it's not going to be called out over here in the alerts. So you guys will need to get the indicator for yourselves. If you guys want to look for those, again, you can download my entire trading layout right here onto the trading indicator tab in the Discord. That Discord link is pinned in the description and in the comments, and it's also pinned to the live chat right now. You can see that link right there. Boom. If you have any trouble, Overkill at overkillinvesting.club. Again, looking for that red zone there on the 4-hour and a red dot. I would probably sell some of this on that red dot. It's up 250% from the bottom right now. That's a beautiful trade. What else we got? H-bar. H-bar. That one's up in the red zone on the 4-hour. Let's look at the daily. Okay, daily's got some room to run. Looking for 30 to 35. It did give you a red dot here yesterday, so if you want to trim some, you can. Again, it's up about 100% from where this signal was called out, but I think that one's got some room at least back to 35. Okay, and that monthly signal did actually come for a second, but it faded away, and the weekly's still pushing up here. So this one could pull back a little bit, maybe down to 20, but I think that would just be a massive buying opportunity. It's got a lot of room to go back up to that red zone. So my target on that's right there at 35. RGTI. RGTI. RGTI's ripping back up here as well. The target on that's anywhere from 18 to 20. NKNK. Target on that's 12 to 14. Doesn't have the monthly yet. Very, very ugly chart. Hasn't done anything in like 3 years. FLR stock. That one looks good. Monthly on the green dot on the monthly there, but it is getting near to the red zone. So targeting like 55 to 570 on that one. Okay, I'd probably be trimming some up here in this area. But that's it for today, guys. Again, is my TikTok gone? I don't know. I haven't even checked today. I got to check here. Let me check. Let me check my TikTok. Oh, yeah, it looks like I got banned again. So, oh, maybe not. Share your daily routine. What? All my videos are not even on the page. Wow. Yeah, I figured it was going to happen. I got banned a few years ago, so not that I can really do, guys. The Discord link's in my bio. Again, that really sucks that I'm banned here, but we will see what happens. Your account has been locked. Create another account or contact support. Funny how it happens right when everything's about to pop off, isn't it? It's just hilarious. Whatever. Still on Facebook, still on Twitter. I think I'm going to have to just completely go to X just because TikTok has been doing this to me for a long time. Again, my first account got banned at like 40,000 followers. I rebuilt it from the floor, okay, from 0 all the way back to 60 after I already had 30 to 40. So, again, it's just, they say I'm a scammer or whatever. They just don't want the information getting out, I guess. They just don't want the information getting out. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Again, I'm over here in the Discord if you guys need me. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good weekend. I will not be live on Friday. Me and my wife are traveling, so I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I will still be active over here on the Discord. I will be still dropping shorts on YouTube and things like that. So make sure you tap in. I'll try to post my my backup TikTok account in the Discord. You guys want to keep following on TikTok, but honestly, I'm about to just say screw TikTok and maybe just go to like Instagram or something like that. Because I mean, there's nothing I can do. They just keep banning me. I get warning after warning. They never really give any context. They just kind of say, hey, you're banned, you're locked, nothing you can do. And I appeal it, and then they reinstate me, and then I get banned again, and then they reinstate me. So it's just weird. It's just weird. It's funny how it's all happening right now. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it sucks to put all that time into something and then just get it ripped out from underneath you. But hey, it is what it is, man. We're making money in the Discord, so we're just here to stay on top of the market. So if you guys need me, hit me up over here again. I will not be live on Friday. You guys have a blessed week. I will see you guys sometime next week. Again, the live times may change next week. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna take a break here for the week. I'm just enjoying summer so much, and I just want to be outside doing things, going to the lake and stuff. So I don't like being tied down Monday, Wednesday, Friday here in the evenings. It's been hard for me these last couple of weeks just because summer is summer. I want to be outside doing stuff. But thanks for letting me know about TikTok. I know it's unfortunate, but I am still on Instagram. You guys can follow all of my social medias over here. I got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Honestly, I think I'm just going to get hyper focused on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, Facebook go together. But I wish TikTok wasn't so lame about this stuff, man, because that is such a big platform. It's been a huge driving force to the channel. But at this point, guys, we're in this thing to we have enough people over here. I honestly just want to take the whole thing private as of right now, but we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's just funny how they do that right when the bull run kicks off, right when I've been telling everybody for the last 3 months to just be loading up on Ethereum. And now Ethereum goes to the moon, and I'm a scammer for telling everybody that it was going up. So I don't know. I don't make the rules, folks. Those Chinese people don't want us to win, I guess, but that's all right. Again, we're here in the Discord, so yeah, I'm still going to be active on the other platforms if TikTok shuts me down. If one day I get shut down from Discord, guys, just know there's nothing I can really do. I really pray that doesn't happen, but just follow me on all the other platforms. If you guys were on TikTok, there's nothing I can really do about it. So God bless y'all. Have a great week, and we will see you guys on the lives next week. If you guys need me, just hit me up over here in the Discord. My email's over here if you guys got any questions. I will still be checking my email and checking the Discord here this week. So God bless y'all. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon. Peace.